9 News at 9 starts right now.
A school district in the Denver metro area is cutting dozens of jobs as it struggles to balance its budget. Good evening. I'm Alexandra Lewis.
And I'm Mark Salinger. Adams 12 five-star schools announced tonight that they're eliminating roughly 150 positions. Superintendent Chris Skowinski says the district began notifying staff members today. He says they have to cut more than $27 million from their budget. He blames declining enrollment as well as changes to the state's funding formula. That's something thousands of teachers protested at the state capitol last week. The superintendent also blamed the end of COVID relief funding along with rising costs for utilities, technology, and health insurance. In a note to families, he laid out a few of the reductions he says will be felt most broadly. And there's a lot of them. Teacher librarians at all elementary, middle schools, and K-8 schools will be eliminated. So will gifted and talented advocates at all levels. Academic interventionalists' positions will also be reduced. They help students behind on reading and math subjects. Another reduction, art, music, and PE staffers in some smaller elementary schools. Superintendent says some of the affected staff members have been told that they're losing their jobs already. More will be notified next month.
It ended up being just a gorgeous day across the metro area. This was the beautiful sunset tonight taken from the CSU campus. Fort Collins was one of several cities to reach 80s today. And I know we're trying to reach, what was it, 79 was the goal here in Kathy to beat that record. We didn't.
Did we hit it?
No, too much cloud cover over Denver today. 76, though, is still impressive in our snowiest month. That is way above the average of 59. So we just missed the record by 2 degrees. But as Alex mentioned, it was 80 in Fort Collins and Greeley and almost 90 in southeastern Colorado. And it's still a beautiful evening in downtown Denver. The temperatures today, 76 in Denver, 89 in Lamar, 81 in Greeley and Fort Collins. Currently, we've cooled back to the 60s and winds remain light, but clouds continue to fill in ahead of a storm system that will come in 2 waves. The first wave comes in tomorrow in the form of mountain snow. The second wave comes in tomorrow night in the form of Denver rain. Actually, in terms of rain, we're tracking some showers in southern Colorado. Isolated activity tonight, but more widespread activity in about 24 hours. I'll have the timing and impact coming up.
New tonight, I-25 is back open in Larimer County after a deadly crash. Colorado State Patrol was called out to the 2-vehicle crash on North I-25 at the Harmony exit. This is just after about 5:15 this evening. Before getting there, state troopers were told one of the drivers in the crash took off running. While crossing the southbound lanes, CSP says another car hit that driver, killing them. Nobody else was hurt, and everybody involved stayed at the scene and are cooperating with investigators tonight. Business owners on West Colfax and Lakewood say they deal with flooding every year.
The city launched a construction project to try and help fix that, but with that could come another headache. 9 News reporter Colton Chavez is live in West Colfax, and Colton, they'll now have to operate inside a construction zone.
Yeah, Mark, I mean, you just take a look behind me. You can see all of these cones that are already set up out here, and the project has already started down on Newland Street, and it's slowly going to start making its way here down West Colfax. It's an area home to many businesses like Chicago Beef and Dogs, and they say they're hoping that their loyal fan base will help the business stay above water during the project. Inside this Chicago-style restaurant, customers are treated like Chi-Town locals.
Where have you been? My goodness. So you're retired, right? So you're a total bum?
It's once they look outside that they're faced with Lakewood construction.
We've actually been in a cone zone since November 12th.
Diane Zimmerman and her family own Chicago-style Beef and Dogs. She says the orange cones will continue to grow on West Colfax now that a project to fix flooding issues has begun.
We have seen cars stall out there. The corner floods, and even around the corner floods.
The city of Lakewood says the project will improve the area's underground stormwater system.
For those that don't live up here or that don't do business up here, it doesn't take a whole lot of rain to become somewhat problematic along this area.
The area in front of Chicago-style Beef and Dogs is expected to be impacted by construction for most of the summer.
We're fortunate in that our customers, we're a destination place. But eventually, my customers are going to get tired of trying to fight it too. So
Diane is asking her customers to stick with them through the construction.
Thanks, Sandra. See you next time.
With a hope for fewer cones and drier days on West Colfax.
Once it's done, it's going to be beautiful. They always are. All these projects always are. They're just always a pain in the butt to get through.
City officials say the flooding issues here on West Colfax have been an issue since before Lakewood was even a city. As for what's going to happen here on West Colfax Avenue as far as a timeline, they're going to start shutting down portions of this sidewalk on Colfax starting on April 15th, and city officials say that should last until the end of August. Live in Lakewood tonight, Colton Chavez, 9 News.
We now know the name of a man who was driving a Tesla that slammed into cars and burst into flames in Aurora this week. The Arapahoe County coroner identified him today as 26-year-old Rohan Biswas. Police say an officer clocked him going nearly 100 miles per hour Monday night before he crashed into several cars at the intersection of Buckley and Alameda. 6 people were hurt, but all are expected to be okay. According to court records, Biswas did not have a criminal history, but he did have several driving infractions. The family of a man who died in a southern Colorado jail is suing. They say an act of excessive force followed by a week of neglect led to an excruciating death. We do need to warn you, we're about to show you the moment a Huerfano County jail deputy tackles that man.
Drop the pencil now.
Now!
Drop it or we'll drop you.
Deputy Stuart Pino tased 69-year-old Michael Birch, then tackled him, which resulted in no less than 6 broken ribs. This happened in March of 2023. Birch was in jail for threatening a neighbor. His family believes he had dementia. He was in his cell holding a pencil that deputies gave him to write things to self-soothe when jail deputies decided to take that pencil away. After Deputy Pino tackled him, the lawsuit claimed he didn't get the care that he needed, and he died a week later. An autopsy later revealed Birch had blood pooling in his chest and a collapsed lung.
It's the slow, painful death of a man in a cage that simply I have never seen in Colorado before.
Birch's family is now suing the county, the sheriff's department, and each of the deputies involved, along with the hospital district and the EMTs at the private group providing medical services to that jail at the time. Through attorneys and spokespeople, all of the defendants denied comment for the story.
New tonight, the city of Denver spent over $11,000 on travel and lodging to allow Mayor Mike Johnston to testify before Congress in Washington, D.C. That's according to our reporting partners at the Denver Gazette. The House Oversight Committee asked him and the mayors of Boston, Chicago, and New York City to appear before their panel. It was part of an investigation into so-called sanctuary policies. This is a breakdown of the cost of travel for 5, along with hotels and meals. Spokesperson for the mayor's office told the Gazette hotel rooms were in short supply because of the president's address to Congress the night before. He says they booked the best and most affordable option within reasonable distance from the Capitol. This breakdown does not include the cost of the law firm that Johnston hired to help prepare for the hearing. The City Council of Denver approved up to $2 million for that, but the mayor's spokesperson told the Denver Gazette they've not yet received the invoices.
Boulder will soon be home to one of the most prestigious film festivals in the world. We already knew the city was on the short list to reel in the Sundance Film Festival, but today it was chosen officially. The festival started in 1985. It's been in Park City, Utah for all 40 years, bringing us iconic indie movies like The Usual Suspects, 500 Days of Summer, and Reservoir Dogs, just to name a few. It not only is a cultural institution, but it also brings a financial boost. Just last year, the festival says it generated nearly $14 million in state and local tax revenue and created more than 1,700 jobs. Now, city and state officials here in Colorado are excited for what's to come starting in 2027.
Now, news reporter Rhea Jha is live in Boulder for us this evening. And Rhea, this could be a game changer for local businesses.
Yeah, and local businesses here are no stranger to big events. We have the Boulder 10K, the CU football games, especially with Coach Prime here, but those are only weekend-long events. They're saying that this event would be bigger than they've ever seen.
Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a good evening.
Around this time of year, January to March, is usually slow in Boulder, especially for the local hotels, like A Lodge.
29 rooms and then a dozen campsites and a hostel space.
Reese Conti, working the concierge, is excited to see it pick up.
It'll be absolutely chaotic down here, but you know, we're good with chaos anyway, so it's a good time.
Oh, we found out that the Sundance Film Festival is coming to Boulder. You're taking one of the biggest film festivals in the world, bringing it to a small town like Boulder in our slowest season, which is the wintertime.
Asa Firestone owns the hotel. He says the last time something this big landed in Boulder was Coach Prime.
For a football game, you get one night, maybe 2 nights that are really busy, or Boulder, maybe it's like a long weekend, but this is an 11-day event.
In 2024, Sundance brought in nearly 73,000 attendees to Park City. Asa thinks Boulder could bring in even more.
So one, you've got Denver International Airport, which is one of the biggest airports in the world, very easy to get to. 2, Park City is amazing, it's beautiful, but it's a international ski resort destination. And so it makes it really difficult from a cost perspective, for students and normal people to be able to attend.
The accessibility part is a plus for all attendees.
I think that the opportunity to get movie stars up here, that can only help a small business like ours.
Reese can already picture it.
You're telling me Tom Hanks skied at Eldora? No way.
So even though Sundance is set to come in 2027, we've already heard from hotels who are saying people are calling them trying to secure their stays already. So good on those people planning their trips 2 years in advance. Reporting live in Boulder, Ria Cha, 9 News.